So now I am going to just keep on knitting. I'm going to stick that through there. And then I am going to just take that second stitch and slip it. I didn't knit it. Okay. I just stuck my needle through there.
Ah, he purled that. That's a mistake.
Alright. And then we'll go to the edge. And if you get this, don't feel like you have to watch the whole video. I'm long-winded. So this is just if you want to make really sure that you've got it, then you can keep on listening to old Brad.
What an understatement.
So we're going to go on to the end, and then I'm going to show you how it goes with the purling. Okay. So remember, that was my second stitch on the previous row there, so it's the lighter color. Alright. So knit that around there. Just like it's any other normal stitch. Alright, oops, I lost it. Let me pick that up and lift it over. Okay. So, now we've got that little blip of color up there.
Slip and blip.
Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to start to purl. Just because I want to show you that it's the same thing with this technique if you're knitting or purling, okay? So say I want to purl this row. I'm going to stick this through the front with, of course, my string in the front of that needle, not behind it. If I want to knit, then I would want to make sure that I have this going behind it. Okay, so knitting, you have your string behind.
Yarn.
Purling, you're going to have your string
Yarn.
in front of the right needle. Your yarn in front of the right needle, okay? So we are going to purl. Purl. Okay, so I purled the first one. Now what do you think I'll do with the second one? Well, I will slip it, but I'm going to slip it as if I'm purling it. It doesn't matter whether I do the knitting or purling. I'll do whatever I want to for my pattern. The important thing is I slip it. So I'm going to take it in there like I was going to purl it, but oh, no, I faked it out. Okay, gotcha. I just slipped it. That's all. Okay, so I'll put it back on there just to make sure you got it.
What's with this guy?
Okay. I just stick it in like I'm going to purl and then slip it off. Okay. Then I go on to the next one. And I'm going to purl because that's what I'm doing for this row. Okay, no pattern, just purling. And since these are all bumps on the back, I'm purling my purls. That means I'm going to end up with starting a stockinette stitch after having this garter stitch. Okay, so we just keep going. I'm purling, going through the front leg of that stitch on the left needle. And there's the one that looks a little different. Okay, maybe you can see in there the different colors because that's one I pulled up from the previous row, so I've got that other lighter color in there. Okay, so purl. And purl. I didn't slip anything toward the end. I just kept on purling. I just slipped for the second stitch. Always the second stitch, never second to last stitch. Okay, so I was purling there. So you can do it with purling or knitting. So here I'm knitting. Just always remember to slip. Oop, that was fast. Everyone's always too fast for me on these videos on YouTube, so let's make sure I'm not too fast. Okay, so I just knit the first one like normal. And you see I've got this interesting row going here. It's nice and tight and even. And then, since I'm knitting again, I'm going to loop that around. Let me get really close for you. Okay, loop that around. Squeeze it in there. Knitting. Pull that
What?
up. And through. No, that was wrong. I just told you I was knitting that. Shouldn't be knitting that.
He's losing it.
Okay, so I'm going to take that off. Always slip it. Okay, if you were paying attention, you would have caught that. Were you paying attention?
I was.
This is terrible.
He said it, not me.
I slipped it. Always slip the second one. And then, when you do the third one, you just want to pull it to make sure it's snug across there. You don't want to leave that hanging out. Okay? Alright. Now we're just knitting to the end, knitting to the end, having a wonderful time creating a little miniature scarf. Okie dokie. Alright, so I went from a garter stitch to a stockinette stitch, and it's hard to see in the darker color, but there you go. You see how that looks different on there? It's starting to look like that one looks all over there. See, that's the right side of the stockinette, and there's the wrong side, as we call it, all those purl bumps. Okay, so we've got these second stitches pulled up. See the difference in color there? I have the little blip of color, and of course where I tied this thing in, the edge is going to be messed up. That's not how you do a color change, but this video isn't for that. But you have this nice edge that stays even and consistent. Okay, so hopefully that will do it for you. And if you have any questions and your name is Brenda and you are my friend, then you are welcome to email me. Hopefully this helped you out.